Well, here we are, mate. Fishbourne Roman Palace, my place of work.
We're delighted to be here, yeah. So one of the really outstanding things about this building, of course, that it's not just a villa. We have lots of those in the south of England, but it's a palace.
The only one in the country, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, the largest domestic Roman building north of the Alps.
That's really quite the claim to fame,
isn't
isn't it?
It is actually, yeah. Bigger than Buckingham Palace, no less. So,
really?
Yeah, it's a fact, yeah.
And of course, we're only seeing a little bit of it here. There's quite a lot that's still underground and lies buried.
This building's about a fifth of it, maybe a quarter of it. So yeah, it was huge. Half of it's underneath Fishbourne Village.
Do we know who the palace belonged to, or who commissioned it, or who built it?
Short answer, no. Longer answer, we like to think it was the local tribal leader called Tiberius Claudius Togidubnus, who's got an interesting name. Tiberius Claudius is a Roman name, and Togidubnus is a Celtic name, so we think he's a Celt who's very, very in with the Romans. We know he was the most important person living here at the time, and this is the biggest building anywhere nearby, so it kind of figures that this is where he'd have been based.
So Fishbourne's obviously very famous for its amazing collection of mosaics, but we're here for a very different reason today, and that is hypocausts.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you've got a few here at Fishbourne.
We've got 3 or 4, yeah.
So I think that you're going to be able to give us a close-up look.
You're very lucky. Follow me, I'll show you. Come on.
Excellent. So a hypocaust is really one of the first underfloor heating systems that we see in this country. Introduced by the Romans, it's a central heating system which heats up the air underneath the floor and circulates up around the walls. The word hypocaust is derived from an ancient Greek hypo, meaning underneath, and caust, meaning burnt.
Well, here you are, mate, in all its glory.
Amazing. God, it's a really impressive structure, isn't it?
It's pretty well preserved, but there's a good reason for that, and that's because it was never fired.
Oh, right.
No, it was never actually used. The palace burnt down and was completely destroyed when this was halfway through being built. So we've got no soot in here, we've got no ash or anything like that.
Do we have any idea what it was used for? Is it a bathhouse situation?
It's not a bathhouse, we're confident of that. And we think originally this was apartments, this was very sort of posh guest accommodation. But by this stage, this was built in about AD 280, and remember the palace itself was constructed in about 75 AD, so this is like 200 years later. And they're undergoing a period of home improvements, and we really don't know what they had in mind for this room. So and after the fire, they never came back, so there are no clues as to what was going to happen here. Do you want to take a closer look?
I would absolutely love to.
Come on then. God, you go first.
Wow, brilliant, amazing.
You're like one of very, very few people who've ever done this.
I feel it. I'm feeling very privileged.
We're going to charge you
indeed.
extra for this.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's incredible to be standing in something that's nearly 2,000 years old.
You're right. It's the novelty never really wears off.
No, I'll bet. You're so lucky. So I'm looking. I think I've got my back to where the hearth would have been.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's have a look. So we're having a nice big fat fire or furnace there. Heat slowly penetrating through and moving all around these channels, and then heating up these larger banks of masonry as well.
There would have been one here as well, and one behind us.
And these are sometimes, I think, called Union Jack type, and you can see that when you're standing in it because it's these channels that are forming that shape from the Union Jack flag. There are 3 main types of hypocaust structures. The first is the pile system, which is composed of a series of pillars on which a floor is built on top and the heat circulates underneath that. The second, which we have here at Butser, is an insulae system, and that's composed of bigger banks of masonry with channels flowing through. And then the third is kind of a composite of both of those types. So it's a little bit of the pile system with a little bit of the insulae. So you have 2 different construction types merged together. And I see one of the tiles here has got an animal footprint.
I know, everybody loves an animal footprint. A little Roman dog running around, probably being shouted at by whoever was trying to make the tiles.
I love that. It's such a little glimpse of a moment in time,
it's
isn't
a snapshot, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing. So on top of this, when it would have been completed, would have been a floor, a surface, obviously.
Big tiles on top of these. I think they're called sesquipedalis, which is 1.5 feet. That's a great word, isn't it? Sesqui, 1.5 ped feet, 1.5 feet square. Tiles on top of those, and then a floor eventually laid on top of that. Love to know what it was going to look like, but we'll never know.
It's a little half-baked mystery, isn't it?
Everything's half-baked here. But this isn't our only hypocaust. I know people always forget. They love this one. Everybody loves this hypocaust, but we've got at least 2 more on site.
Oh, you're just showing off now.
Yeah, I know. Come on, have a look. Come on. I'm going first. Don't bang into anything.
Tread carefully. Oh, wow.
See, everybody forgets it. It's a tough act to follow, isn't it?
It is. It is.
But no, it's important. This one was built before the bigger hypocaust, the one we've just looked at. But the intention here was to heat our main dining area by creating a hot air jacket for it. And so they were heating the rooms each side of the dining room in the hope that would sort of, you get a secondary heating effect on the big old dining room.
And that's one thing that we want to investigate at Butser, how heating our hypocaust room affects the adjacent portrait room, because it's a thing, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, I suspect, well, I'd be interested to know what you find out, but I suspect this was not a very effective use of fuel. In fact, I think the Romans probably came to that conclusion as well, because first of all, the most important thing is the furnace is just here, right in front of us. So it's not outside like the last one, it's inside the building.
Oh.
So this room would have been where the servants, the slaves, the staff were feeding the fire, and it would have just been completely full of smoke. I don't know how they would have dealt with that smoke. But they accessed this room by coming through the dining room. So you'd have to, everybody would be dining, all the posh guests are dining, and the staff are constantly coming through the dining room, opening the door to the furnace room, billows of smoke going into the dining room. It would have been most unpleasant.
That's very odd.
It is very weird. But this mosaic we're looking at here, the Knot mosaic, is, they obviously came to the conclusion they were wasting their time and thought, no, forget it. Let's lay a mosaic here and turn this into a little funny little ante-room or something like that. So this Knot mosaic represents the abandonment of this very weird secondary heating system.
I'm picturing a kind of Baldric type character coming in to do the stoking up,
right.
and but
Excuse I, pardon I.
coming in through the very posh dining room.
Billows of smoke going into the posh dining room every time he opens the door. Do you want to see the other one?
Yes, please.
The house, three in one day.
I'm nearly at your half record of your 6 in one day.
Okay. We play a game of spot the hypocaust. Can you see it?
Wow.
Blink and you'd miss it.
What's happening here? Because it's kind of concreted or something.
This is part of the sort of the 1960s interpretation. They liked a little bit of concrete when they displayed the north wing. But yeah, this is all that's left of hypocaust number 3 in room 24.
I mean, this is literally what was excavated, so there's no more of these little bases of pillars.
No.
The rest of it.
This whole end of the north wing was demolished in the 1st century, so everything was deliberately removed down to ground level. And part of the reason for that is they were moving the bathhouse from the other side, literally the other side of the road, the other end of the village. They moved the bathhouse to over here, so there was again a huge amount of renovation going on.
Oh, so this is the bathhouse though, so you can definitely say that. So.
Absolutely, this is the bathhouse, and we've got a plunge pool just over there.
So the spa area.
Little
basically.
spa area, not as impressive as it would have been in the 1st century.
And what's happening outside then? Again, is this where the archaeology ended? So you can see this line.
That's eastern extent of the north wing, but if you look through the windows, you can see concrete lines and features in our lawn, and that's picking out the walls and column bases of our aisled hall. So that we think was a public building. This seemed to be some sort of market or corn exchange or courthouse or something like that. But yeah, this is the edge of the domestic space, if you like. So there you go. That's the 3 of our hypocausts that are on display.
Thank you so much. I've learned so much, and it's really interesting to compare them to Butser. And as I said, when we fire up our hypocaust, we're going to do it for at least 8 days, and
awesome.
Hopefully we'll kind of help understand the systems and how they worked and how they made people feel and changed.
Can't wait to see it. Hopefully it won't be as cold.
Yeah, well, you're going to come and help stoke up, I hope.
Awesome. Yeah,
excellent.
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for having us.
No worries, anytime, mate.